Boy, oh boy, oh boy, what a morning, huh? Hey, welcome to Coffee and Crime. My light's not even on. Nothing's working over here. There we go. All right, man alive. What a horrible rollout this morning was, but it was fun. Anyway, my fingers are still like, my fingertips are all numb. I've been, made my coffee and I'm like literally holding my coffee cup so I can feel my hands again. Let's talk about what just happened. We did Waylon's strategy this morning. So I ran out in the garage for the daily paycheck. I ran the Don't Pass Express, which is, I think, an interesting math play by Waylon. He normally ladders up and ladders down. This one ladders up and never comes down. So what he's trying to do is say, look, we're going to lose, we're going to go up. Lose, we're going to go up. As we go up, we increase the power of every bet. The problem is, and you saw it today, the bad run becomes a worse run. When you level up on those losses, I had that string of come out 11, 7, 7, 11 in a row. And at 500, 600, 700, 800 bucks, half your bankroll is gone in like 4 rolls. I think it was a come out. I think we had a point of 8. We lost the point of 8. Then we leveled up and lost 3 on the come out roll. When you're leveling up like that, at those levels, you can't survive that. And that's what happened. We got down to the bottom. And if you notice at the bottom of that run, I was hovering at the $1,000 level for what? Probably 60 rolls. We lasted with a $1,000 bankroll. I lasted 60 rolls down there. We actually worked 1,000 into like 1,500 bucks at one point, which shows me a couple of things. One is the strategy is very, very resilient. It definitely lasted down there good. If we were at the higher level, if we hadn't had that really bad run, if we didn't have that horrible run, that same set of rolls that we hovered at the bottom level, working that grind of 500 to 600, whatever it was, that would have shown the profit. We'd have probably hit goal, right? When the bets were at the higher levels. Unfortunately, we were so low in the bankroll, those hits were 60 bucks each, and it wasn't enough to build us back. And again, the rolling was horrible today, right? The rolling found every hole. I think it's good to see. It's good to see that we don't always win. You know, strategies look great. They feel great. They make all the sense in the world until the dice just torpedo you. And that's what happens. So it's very unfortunate that happened today, but it's also a good instructive thing. And I think that seeing the way the bankroll, the hammer, I call Waylon's way of playing craps, he's a hammer. He just beats and beats and beats and beats with his bankroll. Most of the time, that's going to be okay. Until like yesterday here on this table and this morning out there in the garage, it doesn't work. So good to see that it had a problem, but I also think it's instructive. That thing lasted 140 rolls before it went down. Let me see your 160 across strategy last 160 rolls, right? Everything's frozen, really? Are we still having problems? Hopefully y'all can see me, I don't know. Anyway, let me see your strategy last 160 rolls. That's interesting. That was impressive, actually. Of all the takeaways I have for you today, that was the most impressive thing, that it lasted that long. It was crazy that we held and held and held and held. Again, I think if we didn't have that horrible run at the $500 level, when those place bets are paying 240 instead of 70, if you're hovering at 4,000 instead of 1,000, 240, 240, 240, you're at goal, right? Just, it is what it is, man. That was fine. It was all good. I had a good time. Victor, I was so hoping, by the way, I was hoping more than anything else to use the entire bankroll and work that thing all the way back up to profit to prove to you that sometimes going to stop loss zero works. Today, those dice were not having it today, man. The dice today had other thoughts for sure. So, all right, I'm still like trying to feel my fingers. So, yeah, the come out winners on the don't are the killer. That's the one thing, like, this is why I think casinos make money, because there's no guaranteed awesome way to play, right? They're going to make their money no matter what. And the come out losers for us on the don't pass, brutal today. That's where it was brutal. And I set a lot of points of 8 and 6 that we kept hitting. I even hit a point of 10 one time. You know, whatever. Today's not the day. Today's not the day. So all that said, let's go back to this table in here, and I want to play a little bit of what I was doing yesterday. I want to look again, bankroll versus pure hybrid. I think there's a really interesting dichotomy there. I think it's fun for us to explore it. So let's go back here. I'm going to roll some more dice randomly, left-handed this time, and let's see what happens, okay? Let's do it. Let's go back here. Oh, you know what? The camera's not on. Let's turn the camera on. Hopefully you'll see the camera there in a minute. All right. Let's go here. All right. I need to get a light on. I know I'm a little bit jacked up here in terms of my, let's get that aimed right. There we go. Okay, lights on. Bankrolls are full. I got 1,500 bucks in the back. That's going to be for a hybrid style strategy. That's more of the way that Jacob from Wager Me This would play it. And then the front is going to be more of a Waylon's way, Craps way of playing the 6, 7, 8, which is, again, just the 6 and 8, and we're going to progress our don't. Now, Skill's asking in chat, is there a way to combine these two into some kind of a supersized 6, 7, 8, or some kind of an amazing 6, 7, 8? And I think there's definitely a way to play these things out, the 6, 7, 8, through what we're learning here as it plays out, and find the better way to play it. Now, here's some interesting stuff. And I'm more of a progressive than a regressive player. And what I mean by that is this. On Waylon's way, if you lose that don't, you go up the next time to 200 and you ladder back down. He does the whole Dalen Bear thing. Me on the don't, I feel like the don't pass sometimes runs in a good series for the don't. I tend to progress my wins versus chase the loss. So I think, and what Jacob does is same bet every single time. He never changes his don't pass, really. I would, on the Jacob side, I would progress those don'ts. I'd move the don't pass bet up on every single win and try and hammer it a little bit down here in those negative runs. And I think that there's also different ways to press up in here when you're doing this. I like what the Don't Pass Express does. When these bets match that bet, 3 hits in here covers that, and then we start going through and pressing out. I think Waylon doesn't press quick enough in here on the default strategy. So let's roll it out again, mano a mano here, and play them side by side. Again, we got here 2,000, 3,500 in the front side. That'll be the Waylon's way 6, 7, 8 strategy. Back here, I got $1,500 for Jacob, who's going to play his basic 6, 7, 8, which is a pretty simple 96 across, essentially half pressing. All right, both guys go out the same level, $100. And let's catch a point here. I think my roll tracker is not actually on, so give me a second here. I'll get the roll tracker going, and we'll roll it out. And I can go a little bit. We can go like 15 minutes or so. I had no meetings right away, I don't think, for work, so I can double check that. Make sure that I'm good. I think we're good. Waylon just texted me, said it was a Grim Reaper kind of day. Like, totally Grim Reaper kind of day. You know, and like I say, kind of all the time, I don't, and maybe it's me being a hardhead, right? But I'm not going to change strategy. When I'm doing these rollouts for you all, I rarely, if ever, change what I'm doing because I want the strategy on its own to do what the strategy is going to do. Like, that's what I need. Okay, here we are. The roll tracker set up. Let's get a point established. We got an 8. It's a hard 8. So, as has been the case the last couple days, we're all over the 8s and the 6s on points, which kind of blows, right? It's a 5, 3, 8. Let's move that up here. Or it's a 4, 4, I guess. I typed it in wrong. It doesn't matter. All right. Point's going to be 8, okay? The Waylon's way side, again, with $100 down here, I'm going to drop $200. We're going to go 60, 60, right? We'll go to the 9, and we'll do 60 on the 6. That's 60, and 50. That's 110. Let's take $90 back to there. Jacob is going to take $100. We're going to go all the way across with $15 bets. So we'll add it up. 15, 30, 45, 60, 75, 78 with the cap on the 6. That's going to be 22 change with 100. And there goes that. I just dropped all my chips because I'm still cold. All right, let's roll it out. Let's see what happens here. Again, looking for same bet, same bet, same bet. After 3 hits, we'll start moving it around. Up in here, he's going to half press the whole way through. Half press the whole way through. You could do a same bet and then a half press. I'm just gonna start half pressing from the beginning. I wanna get Jacob's bets played a little bit more aggressively to show profit. There's a 6, great, 5-1-6, fantastic. So in the front, we're gonna win 70 bucks, which is great. Again, 100 bucks on the don't, 70 bucks into the rack. We rack that straight up. The next win on a 6 or an 8, or a 6 or a 9 in this case, makes the don't fully powered, okay? On this side back here, it's gonna take a little longer to get to that same point. That's gonna pay 21 bucks. Okay, let's make this look like 30. So I'm gonna take the cap and 3. I'm gonna press it right to 30 and bring back the 9 bucks. The 6 and 8, I'll be a little more aggressive here on Jacobs. The rest of them, the half presses are a little more easy. And there's a 5. So we get a good, if we get a good little run, the strategies will even themselves out. There's 21. We have 15 up here. I'm gonna take 10, make that 5 look like a quarter. That'll be the same press on the 9, by the way. It goes to a quarter. We bring back 11. So a little bit of half press as we go. And again, I'm looking for this stack here in Jacobs to equal about 100 bucks, right? Through half pressing, I want to earn 100 bucks in profit. That covers that don't pass bet. And that makes that bet fully engaged, no matter what happens. Did I put the 5 in? I can't see, my screen is so small. I didn't, 4-1. I'm actually gonna, there, that's better. Here we go, next one. And we got us our 7. So in both cases, we're not completely covered up here. So here, we're gonna lose 110. We're gonna win 100, right? Fine, because we had 170 earlier. So that strategy shows a little bit of a profit, okay? Only because we had higher bet levels to start with, all right? On the back side of this, again, we win 100 here, okay? We only had 78 at risk anyway, and we took a couple of little hits in there. So although we lost out on opportunity, you're still gonna be okay as far as the total bankroll goes, okay? Now, this comes back to the rack. This comes back to the rack. Both players just rack that black and stay where they are. There's no loss in here. If it's John playing, I take my don't pass win. At the least, I go to 150 with it. I'll rack half and play half. If I'm feeling it, if the table's really shitty, that goes to 200 bucks. I do a full parlay. And I realize that I'm fighting to come out 7 by making that bet so big, but I feel like the don't pass comes in waves. So for me, that's to me the way I play the don't. I play the don't very aggressively because I want to get the hell out, because the don't can be a crusher down here sometimes. So if you're in a good run, I say parlay and roll it. Okay, here's a 10. Had I parlayed that bet, now I got 200 bucks against the 10. I'm loving that. Loving that. Here we go. Same bets, right? We're at the same level. Actually, no. On the Whalen side of things, I got to do this. We're going to level these up. Remember, when the 6 and 8 lose, as they just did, he levels these bets up. So I'm going to take a quarter and get, or 100 and get 4 quarters. Make that look like 90. So these bets level up to 90. Here's the bankroll play that Whalen does. When they lose, they go up. When they win, here 2 wins, they go back down. Every 2 wins, they settle in. Jacob up here is going to make that same bet as last time. Okay, we're just going to skip. We're going to skip the 10. So again, it'll be 15 bucks all the way across. Okay, if you want to know the math on this, it's easy. It's 30, 60, 75, 78, 81, 20 bucks for 1 as the change. Okay, that's a very simple way to get out here and understand the math of that. And again, half press to glory. So here we are. We're going to tread water most of the time up in here. This is more of an attack system. 6, 4, 10. Let's get that point marked. And again, I'll use a lammer in here to kind of note. I'll put 2 of them in here to note how many wins we get on the insides. Oh no, we get picked off. Look at that. Immediate pick off. Yikes. Okay. Interesting stuff's going to happen. We're going to lose both of these. Okay. Again, Jacob will go out there, same bet. Me, I would have lost 200 bucks out here. right? I would have lost 100 though, because 100 of that would have been from the win. I would have still been at the same risk. Waylon now goes up to 200 bucks. We lost the don't progresses. Now both bets are progressed on Waylon's after losses for different reasons. They both move up. All right, there's a 10, 6, 4, 10. Log that in. Puck is off. Here we come. 5. Point's gonna be 5. No change for Waylon's bets in here. Jacob will take that 5 and move it to the 10. Just gonna uncover the point, and that's basically it. Here we go. 3, 2, 5 is gonna be marked as the new point. Let's get a good run and see what happens. There's a 10, 6, 4. Good. 3 10s in the last 4 rolls. Interesting, right? That's gonna pay 27 bucks. I'm gonna take the 15 away, make it look like a quarter, and bring that $17 to the rack. That's how we're gonna play that. I'm gonna color up in here kind of as we go. There's 25, there's 50, and there's 20 and 5. I wanna give you A, a visual sense of where we are, and B, I wanna make sure I have enough stuff in my rack. So there's 78 bucks here in the rack. From Jake, we got a bunch out here, about 100 bucks out here, and we're looking like we're lacking 300 bucks with one here. So Jacob's about even, right? He's treading water. Waylon needs to get a couple hits up in here. And again, the leveled up bets are the secret to this thing. There's an 8. So here, 21 bucks for Jacob. And again, we're gonna take the cap away. I'm gonna take 3 hits, 3 off of the win. Make it look like 30 bucks back here. He's gonna increase up and bring that 9 bucks back to the rack. Every time I get 100 here, I'm gonna replace it with 100 here so we can see our rack move. 8 down here is gonna pay 105 bucks. And again, that's the first hit. That's the first $105 hit. I'm gonna mark it here with a lammer so we know, because the second one, we progress those things down. So 105 to the rack. I'll put the black chip over here to rebuild that stack. 5, 3, 8. Hopefully we get some hits. There we go. We got it. That's so good to see. It's good to see this. A 4, 4, 8. Let's mark it in there. I'll take care of Jacob first. It's a $35 win. Again, we're gonna half press. So 35 bucks, 25, 35 bucks. You get about $18 is about half of that. So I'm gonna go from 30 plus 18. I'm gonna make that look like 48 bucks. So let's take this 25. I'll make it look like nickels. I'll take a nickel and make it look like pennies. There's 35 bucks. We're gonna progress it by $18. Make it look like $48. And we're gonna bring back 17 to the rack. And that's how I'm moving Jacob around. All right. Waylon up here is gonna get 105 for that win. And because it was our second hit at this higher level, these bets now can come back down. We're gonna go down to the base, which was 60. So I'm gonna take back another 60 bucks. So we're gonna rack the black over here. I'm gonna take the 65 bucks and bring it to the front of the rack here. And I can essentially, for both players now, turn these into black chips. Again, trying to keep the front bankroll as close as I can to normal. I'll do that after the roll ends. All right, here we go. There's a yo 11 yo, and nobody cares. 6, 5. I know I'm talking a lot, but I think the difference between the two play styles is so interesting to me, right? Looking for a monster. I always say this, like the Jacob way back here is like a lion in the jungle. It's waiting. It's gonna tread water and tread water all day long. Lose 85, win 100. Lose 85, win 100 until we get a great roll. And when we get a great roll, it's like attacking the zebra. That's what's happening back here. This one here, huge bets, just gonna be like a bear in the woods. I think that's very, very interesting. The different styles, and can they both work, right? 21 bucks on this 9 for Jacob's play. And again, we're gonna take 2 reds, make that a green, rack the rest. I'm I'm gonna take these white chips out of his rack here. There's 5, there's 10, and make them look like red chips. All right, here we go. That was the 9. Let's mark that up. Let's keep rolling it out. There's a hard 10 the hard way. So here are Waylon's wasting rolls, right? We're not getting anything unless we're on the hot numbers, right? He's got, house edge speaking, he's got the 3 best bets you can have. The don't pass that's traveled and the 6 and 8. He's working the edge. He's working the probabilities perfectly. Jacob up here just making money. That's going to take 50 for 1. I'm going to give him $4 and change. Okay. Again, half press. What do I do with the 50 bucks? Well, I have a choice. What I'm going to do is spread this to the 4. I'm going to take the 4 down and make it look like a quarter. I'm going to take our money that way and get them both pressed up. Now he's got pretty good looking profit in the rack, right? Everything is pressed up except for the 6. That's actually pretty stout. Here we go. 8. Look at that. 5, 3, 8 easy. 5, 3, easy 8. So here, 70 bucks for Waylon. Back here at 48, it's 56 for Jacob. And again, how do we press this up? I'm going to basically turn the 8 into 60 bucks. So we're going to go ahead and make it look like 60. He's going to bring 25, 35, $44 back to the rack. A little bit of a half press there on that win. That's a great win on a good roll. Now with Waylon's way, right, when I watch his videos, he basically keeps same betting these things over and over again. We took the 2 hits, right, at the top level. Now we're back at base. I'm going to follow the same pattern, which is after 2 hits at base, I'll start pressing and moving. So I'm gonna inject that little rule in there. Every 2 hits, we do something with the profits. So now we're at 1 hit. 1 more hit in here, we'll make some changes. And that's it. The 8's marked. Let's go. Let's go. 1, 2, 3, ace deuce. I'm not superstitious, but the way I've been throwing, my instinct is to say bets are off for a roll. That's okay. We got a 5. We got a 5, a 4, 1. So we're going to lose our don't pass bets. Okay. What is the impact of that? Okay. Up in here, we brought back a bunch of money, right? Matter of fact, let me take these down first. Waylon just lost 200 bucks, by the way. Let's do the math here. He lost 200 on that don't, but he won 70 plus, or sorry, 105 plus 105 plus 70. So he won 300 or 285 bucks between between those 3 8 hits, right? So in his rack, we'll do a quick check here. I'll bet you he's damn well close to even. We're going to do a quick rack check on both players and see how close to even we are to make our next betting decisions. I think it's important to know. Waylon says insight in mind. This is what he's talking about. Let's take Waylon's profits up here and see where he is. There's 100. There's 75. And there's 25. If I take this and exchange that for 2 black chips, which I will, and put this into his rack in the main section here. What we see in Waylon's rack is that he's light 100 bucks, but he's got 120 out here. So essentially, 120, he's a little tiny bit in profit, a little tiny bit, okay? If I were to pull this back, he'd have like 40 bucks in profit. Therefore, I'm not gonna level up the don't pass. Because I'm in profit, I'm gonna stay at the same level. Even though it's a tiny profit, we stay at level. No need to go chasing a loss that isn't there, essentially. For Jacob's play, again, let's color up. Let's get a red for the whites. Let's go 25, 25, and there's almost 50, 50, 50, that's 100 bucks. If I take a black chip for that, put that back in his rack, where does Jacob stand? He's got 1,300 in the rack, now 1,200 in the rack, plus he's got about 100 and, let's see, there's 125, about $150 out here. So Jacob also, treading water is about even. There's 125 and change out there. There's about 100 bucks here, right? He's essentially treading. We're treading water. We had a decent roll, not a great roll. that decent roll got us to be at a good spot. Both players are playing out here essentially on profit, which is good. The levels are what's different. Here we go. New point. Liking this a lot, actually. 6. Our point's going to be 6. So we're going to move to the 5. I'll take back his cap. Waylon also will move to the 5. We'll take the cap as well. So both players have just spread off the 6. Let's try and avoid it. Let's get off the 6. How about a 10? A 6, 4, 10. Remember, Jacob is still pressed up from before, right? 6, 4, 10 is going to pay 50 for 1. Okay, half press. What we can do here is take a quarterback, effectively, and let's take this $25 as reds. I'll actually drop a nickel from the rack here. Let's make the 4 and 10. We'll do a sister press with them. Make them both look like 45 or $40 as a half press. We took a quarter and we pressed the quarter. We pressed 30. That's fine. Progressing those bets, right? Looking for a good run up in here, right? And he's getting a good run, quote unquote, so far. There's the 6, which is a huge bummer for both players. We lose down here, okay? Now the advantage, if there is one, Jacob is just gonna work it, same bet. No need to progress. Waylon, though, has to progress. The don't pass loses, the don't pass goes up. Let's work it. Let's work it. That was 5-1, right? 5-1. My roll tracker's wrong. It's got the wrong point set. There's a 6 again. 5, 1, 6. All right, we're on the wrong. I'm on the wrong. The roll tracker's got the point wrong for some reason. I think I screwed something up. All right, hard 10. Hard 10, 5, 5. Sweet. That pays 40. Pays, as you know, 80 for 2. $2 in vig. Right there. That'll pay $80. 75, 80. The easiest thing to do here to half press this is to give them both. Make them both a quarter. We can make them both like $70, I suppose, and bring back 40. And that's what we'll do. We'll make them both look like 70, bring back 40, keep them moving. And again, on a good run here, these bets are progressing nicely, very nicely. Let's get some more. Let's get some more before we get that dreaded Charlie there. 6, 6. There's a 10. My phone is going crazy. What's going on? Hold on 1 second. Hey, what's up?
Hello?
Yeah, what's up?
Yeah. What did you do to my car?
What'd I do to your car? Nothing. Let's go.
CarPlay doesn't work anymore. Ever since yesterday, ever since I went in it doesn't work.
I didn't do anything.
I don't know what you did with your phone or whatever, but it does not work.
All
It literally will not.
just turned the radio on. That's all I did.
Okay, but why is CarPlay all of a sudden not working after you with my car?
I don't know, but I'm on TV right now. So can we talk about it later?
Yeah.
All right. Drive careful. It's icy. All right. Love you.
Bye.
Bye. Okay. Well, there's some life for you. All right. 6, 4, 10 just happened to 6, 4, 10. That's cool. Look at that. Look at that big payment right there. It's at $60. Wow. For $3, that pays 120. This is great. This is great. Love that. All right. So let's bring the 4 and 10. We can make them look like, if I half press this, if I take $50 out of the 100, like that, we'll make them both look like $75. And we'll bring all this back. I'm actually going to make that look like a green chip. There we go. 75. Look at that. $90 coming back to the rack. We're killing it up here on the across bets. The outsides are crushing it right now. It's great. And there's a 6. So we're going to lose again on that don't. Man, 4-2. What a bummer. 4-2-6. Okay. Wow. The don't's going to get beat one more time. We have to progress up for Waylon. Jacob don't care about that. He's going to go out at 1. Waylon goes out at 3. Progress him up. Let's keep this shooter hot as we go. Right back on the 6, right back on at a 4-2. Okay, same point. Bets don't have to change. 10 again. Woo! Look at the heat on the outside. 6-4. Wow. All right, 150. That's awesome. 150. That'll be $3 in vig. So we'll drop 5 to get 2 back. That's fantastic. Let's make these both look like 100. Bring back a black chip. I'll make the 4 look like a black chip. Look at this progression we got here, right? The 4 and 10 are just crushing souls right now. That's great. The outside is killing it, right? These bets in here are dying on the vine. There's the 7. There's the 4-3-7. So we're going to lose up in here, which is it sucks to watch your money go away. But look at how much we racked along the way. That was a great session up in here for Jacob. I'm going to take these bets down from Waylon. Pay our don'ts. $3 there, or 3 units there, 1 unit here. That comes back to the rack. Waylon now can reduce ladder back down by 1 unit and bring all that back to the rack. All right, let's get a chip count real quick, see where we are. I'm going to reset Jacob's rack to be as close to starting point as I can. There's $200 in green. There's Jacob's starting bankroll, which means he's got a profit, treading water, a profit of, there's 25, 42 plus 100. He's 142 up, because you got to count this out here, okay? Waylon's rack, on the other hand, he's got, his starting bankroll is $300 light, 200 of it's here. And he's got $30 here. So he's about $70 down in this rack, okay? Again, the bigger losses out here compound it, but also laddering down will make it work out. So there's a 4-3-7. Let's get a new point. It'll be a 9. There's our point. It's going to be a 9. There's a 6-3-9, or I guess it doesn't matter what kind of 9 I put in there, but there it is. And again, we're going to drop 120. Actually, it's got to be, he's got to go up here to $90. So we're going to go, actually, I'll drop, he's going to go to, yeah, he's got to go to 180. Sorry, my bad. 180. 75, 75, 90, 90, 10 change. Because those bets lost last time, they get progressed up. All right, Jacob, no progression. Just going to run out here. $78. Actually, it's 81 because we have both the 6 and the 8 in play. I'm going to drop $1 and get 20 and change. He's set. Both guys are playing. Here we go. On a point of 9. Let's make magic happen, shall we? Let's go. Let's get a good run here. Oh, no, we don't get a good run. Look at that. We hit the 9 immediately. Both don'ts lose. That sucks. That sucks. Jacob, same bet. Waylon goes to 3. Wow. What a bummer. What a huge bummer. It didn't log my 9. Oh, shit. Sorry. I put in, oh, no. Come out 7. I put in the 9 twice. I shouldn't have done that. Let's take this out of here. All right, now that come out 7 is going to be a painful one. Okay, again, it only costs Jacob $100 every time, right? The standard hybrid here only loses 1 unit, not progressing losses, right? Down here, because we're at 3, that becomes a progression of 4. And this is where I got in trouble yesterday by chasing this loss down here on a bad come out run. A little bit scary. A little scary. 5, 2, 7. All right, let's go. 6, 2, 8. There's our new point. My roll tracker seems to be 1 off. I don't know what's going on there, but it's whatever. There's the 8. We'll make that 8 look like a 9. We'll make this 8 look like a 9. And here we go. Let's have a good run. Those don't come out losses are killers. 5. Fever. 4-1. So here again, as always, $21. We're gonna give 2 to the table, make it a quarter, bring back 11. Rinse and repeat. Down here for Waylon, no love. 8. We got an 8. We got an 8, which sucks. An 8 is not great here. 5, 3, 8. Yikes. Lose 1 unit on the regular hybrid, but our bets are still up. Losing 4 down here. The ladder has to run again. The ladder's got to go out at a nickel. And 100. Wow. Okay, let's do it. We'll do like 1 or 2 more shooters depending on how long it takes. 3, 3. So that'll be our new point, right? New point is that. We're going to move this over to here and that over to there. Should I make this I'll make it a 5 for that. All right, we'll make it a 5. Sounds good. Here we go. Here we go. 9. I shouldn't have moved it. Just making my life hard. All right, 21. 21 minus 10 becomes a quarter on the 9 and a little bit of a collect. I like this part about the hybrid that Jacob does. Just half press, collect, spread it out over time. That grind will be okay. Losing those consecutive don'ts sucks. It's a lot of ground to pick up, but it is what it is, right? There's an 11. Yo, 11, yo. Another 9. That's fantastic. That's cool. 35 bucks. I'm actually going to drop a nickel and make it look like 40. Bring back that quarter. I'm also going to, at the same time here, get some color in the rack for Jacob because I'm running out of reds. So 5. There's 75 bucks. That's nice. On Waylon's side, I can get 50 bucks. That'll help the dealer a little bit. All right, let's go. Let's go. Did I mark that in? I did not. There's an 8. That's great. An 8, 6, 2, 8. Funny is that Waylon is still working at these elevated levels up here because the loss way back, we've had no hits to bring these things down. That's insane. All right, we'll do Jacob first. $21. Okay. We're going to make this 8 look like 30. So I'm going to bring the cap down and take 3 reds. Make it look like 30 bucks. For Waylon, that's 105, and that's the first win at this level, so that's great. We'll take the black chip, put that back over here in the house, mark ourselves with 1 more hit, and we can bring those things back down a level. All right, drop the dice. Let's go. Give me an 8 or a 5. Another 8 or a 5. Ooh, not that. Too early for that one. 617. But dig this, right? Here's going to be where the strategies kind of diverge a little bit. These two are going to lose, right? They didn't recover. They're going to have to go back out at a higher level. They're going to go out at 4 units. So let's remember that they go out at 4 units. Okay. Up here, Jacob loses a whole pile of money, which kind of sucks, but he was collecting that whole time. Right, so we're going to add this up. He lost 100. There's 75. There's 125 bucks. Right, this 100 pays the don't. Essentially, his loss up here was $25, which really is nothing. And he collected more than that during the process. So he's actually doing great. That hybrid system, given a couple of hits, is no big deal. Right, there's the $100 in the don't for that win. That's great. Okay. Bankroll's looking okay. He's down a little bit, but looking okay. Waylon, on the other hand, is going to win 500 bucks down here, right? For that purple chip. He can reduce his bet to 400 and take back 6, okay? Which puts the purple chip back where it belongs in his rack, right? He's still down about 1,000 bucks, but 400 of it's out here. Here we go. Puck's off. We'll do another shooter or so, and then we'll call it. There's a 4. Great. Good point. Good point. There's the 4. Love it. All right, let's get them all out there, right? We're going to go out here. These got to be at 120 a piece. They were at 90. They're going to go to 120 a piece. That's 240. So I'll get $10 in change. And it looked like 120 each for Waylon. And again, you're just increasing the power of the bets. As they hit up here, that's going to recover your loss a little quicker. Jacob, 0 changes. We're going to drop $100 out of here, and we're going to go across as best we can. That'll be 81 when it's all said and done. So I'll drop 1 and get back 20 change. And he is set. Now, we just need a good run. Just need a good run here. Get a good, 5 or 6, 7 numbers in the inside, and we're going to be in great shape. We get a quick 7, we're going to be in trouble. 6, 2, 8. I love having the outside points because it just makes these bets in here so much better, right? All right, so for Jacob, that pays $21. We're going to take 15 of it, take the cap, make that look like 30. Bring back a little bit of change. Every time, it's like rinse and repeat, right? Up in here, 120 pays 140. We'll do 150 for 10 out of the rack. Same bet. And I'm going to mark that as our first hit on the inside. Here we go. There's a yo, love, and yo. I got to get a couple hits in here to make this work, right? 6, 5. So far, the laddering has not worked out well for us just because we're not getting our hits. There's a 2. That was a 2, not an 8. It's a 3, 2, 5 is what happened there. $21. We're going to steal 10, make it a quarter, bring back 11. Again, it's building, building, building. The lion waiting in the jungle for the food to go walk by and just hammer it. Okay, 3, 2, 5. 6. All right, that's beautiful. That's a 6. That's awesome. So again, Jacob will make $21. The hybrid makes $21. We're going to take the cap away, take 3 out of the profit there, and make it look like $30 back here, and bring back the 9. And as before, I'm going to take these whites out of here and make them look like reds. All right, Jacob is set. Now here, again, we'll do 150 for 10. And these bets now can go back down a level from 120 to 90. So I'm going to take these 200s here. I'm going to get back 20 and change and make those bets look like $90. Now they can progress downwards. Again, the progression, the laddering. The genius of this is that you keep bringing back more as you ladder back down, which is awesome. Let's go ahead and make these look like green chips if we can. That's $50. Which makes us bringing back 2 blacks. Right? How cool is that? That little exchange right there, my slippery chips just went all over the place. But that little exchange right there brings back $200 to the rack with that downward ladder. That's pretty sweet. I'm gonna make those actually look like a black chip. Bring it back and get Waylon's rack looking like it ought to. Okay, here we go. We're gonna reset the counters. 2 more hits in here and we go back down again. I think that's all the bets. Did I mark the 6? I didn't. 6, 5, 1. Let's go. Stay on the inside. Let's stay on the insides. Well, we got a 10, which is fine. 6, 4. Easy press, pays 27. Make it a quarter. Bring back the change. Move, 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 right? Hybrid is going to just pick it up, pick it up, pick it up, pick it up. There's another 9. Great, 6, 3, 9. $21. Steal 2, make it a quarter. Bring all this back. Almost time to 1, 2, 3. There's $75 in reds that I need to get change for Jacob. Yeah, no, in a casino you can't do that, but here I have to. So there it is. There's the 9. Let's go. Let's see these things recover. Oh yeah, there's an 8. Oh yeah. That's be hit number 1 for Waylon, by the way. The 8 here is going to pay 35 bucks. 25, 35. Let's go ahead and I'm going to drop 8 bucks out of my rack to make that a clean $18 press. Put the quarter in. That's our half press. This is going to go to 48. Okay. Up in the front, 105 for 90. Right. That's hit number 1 for this level, and they can hopefully get a hit again and work their way down. That'd be beautiful. Here we go. Let's put the 8 in. Come on, one more of those. 11. 6-5 yo. Here's the dice. Means nothing. And there's a 9. That's great. Great for the hybrid player. 5, 4, 9. He's got every number covered. That pays 35 bucks. I'm going to drop a nickel from my rack and do a straight $15 press and rack a quarter. Did I mark it? I did. And there's our 7, which you knew was coming at some point, right? It was coming at some point, but look, Jacob collected 125 bucks during that run. That's fantastic, right? Yeah, you leave money out here, but the collections along the way are fine because you're also going to hammer the 7, right? You get paid down there too, which is great. Bring that back to the rack, right? I'm going to color up these greens as a black. Now he's got all but, oh, I got it wrong here. He's all but 200 bucks in here. Essentially, he's down about $30, right? Those come outs that killed him earlier recovered all that money back, okay? These two are gonna have to go back to 120 on the next run, but look at the don't. The don't pays 400 on the ladder. You can regress down, and they're at 300 on the don't, and 500 bucks comes flying back to the rack just like that. And look where Waylon ends up, right? His starting bankroll was 2,000, 3,500. He has 3,100 here. There's 3,400. There's another black chip. He's actually in profit. If I bring this back, look at that. Waylon has a profit of 70 bucks. Jacob is at a loss right now. The laddering here actually worked out. And if you look at the way that this works out, here's initial bankroll, here's a little tiny bit of profit. There's no need for Waylon to jack all this shit up. He can go back out there at the original level because he's at base again with profit. Isn't that interesting, right? That feels scary for a minute, and yesterday we wiped it out, but the level down actually got him back to not only even, but profit, where the hybrid play, even on that good run, is still down by a little bit. If I bring this money back, there's $1,428. He's down about 75 bucks, roughly. But again, I'm impressed by that because getting whacked on the don't 3 times in a row and only being down 70 bucks, that is freaking awesome, right? That's the idea of hybrid, right? You survive on a big roll, right? He made about 300 bucks or 190 bucks on that big roll. That's fantastic. That's the whole point of a hybrid. Lay and wait till it happens. That's gonna suck. That's gonna happen and it's gonna suck. But both players did really good. This is a great run. Losing 70 bucks, winning 70 bucks, fantastic. Fantastic on the rolls that we had, especially that really bad come out sequence. I'm impressed. So today they both did better than yesterday. Yesterday they both got hammered. Today, good run. Let's go over here and talk. All right. When is Nemo? Let's get to here, and then we'll answer some questions. I'm going to go with some PC questions here first. Let's go through here. Skill and luck. There is a way to combine the strategies. I think there's a magical formula there between progressing don't wins, laddering up. I think honestly, laddering up the inside or the place bets on losses and laddering or progressing the don't win, the don't pass on wins is the magic. I'm going to try that a little bit and see if that works out. I want Nemo on who knows when. I'm actually working through this. I'm actually working through, I'm not going to tell you who, but somebody who we all know and love is going to be coming on with me as a guest, probably 2 times, maybe 3, we'll see. I'm working on Nemo to come on and be a guest as well. And really tactically explain his hyper pressing system, because I think that's where that actually rolls out through, right? That's what's going to be interesting from him. Anybody's welcome. Jen, you should come on, right? Talk about bubble craps a little bit, maybe. How much bankroll nest egg can be comfortably at risk? I would say 10%. 10%. So for me, what I typically do is I take 10% of my, so if I've got 5K in the bank, I'm bringing $1,000 to the casino, right? That's 20%. $500 is not really enough. I would say between 10 and 20%. So for me, 5K is $1,000 buy-in every time I go. If your nest egg bankroll is 25,000, you're probably going to bring $3,000 to $5,000 each time. That's what I would do. I wouldn't bring any more than that. I think 10% is the right target. So $25,000, bring 2,500. That's probably the level I would recommend. It gives you 10 trips to the casino at that $25,000 level to win another 25. Like that's what you're trying to do, is double that thing up. You're going to have 10 cracks at it. That's my personal. Questions. Is anybody still here, by the way? We have 28 people still here. You guys are nuts. You watched me throw dice for 2 hours straight today. That's crazy. I love you. I love y'all. That's awesome. All right. Anything else in chat that I need to talk through here before I go and make life money? All right. You guys are talking about wives. I'm not sure what's going on there. All right. I guess that's it. I think that's it. What a weird day. What a weird day. Oh, by the way, sad news. No show tomorrow. No either show tomorrow. I have a doctor's appointment at 8 o'clock, which means I can't do a paycheck and I can't do a regular show. So tomorrow we're going to be off. I'll probably do like a lunchtime show or something, but we're not going to do our regular schedule tomorrow. So I apologize in advance for not seeing you in the morning. So only 4 shows this week, not 5. Is what it is. Doctor calls. That's it. Y'all have a good day. That was my daughter, not my wife. My daughter was going to school today late because of the ice. So, all right. See y'all later. Have a good one. Bye.